It's because of this hope in heaven that Christians can love the saints and can truly love them. Your hope in heaven is found in a self-sacrificing Savior. I want you to understand that Jesus gave up every privilege and advantage that was His in order to take on flesh. And He suffered as a human in a fallen world. He was not here just seeming to be in physical form, seeming to be there in flesh, walking a foot off the ground, hovering around. He gave up every privilege and advantage that He had to take on the flesh and to suffer in a fallen world. The same people who by Him and through Him, that we'll see here in Colossians later, the same people who by Him and through Him were made from the dust, used the breath that He put in their lungs to curse Him to hell. The hands that He formed in the womb of their mother to strike Him and whip Him and nail Him to a cross. And in spite of all of that, He did it for His love for His saints. His love that He expressed to save His people from their sins. That is the love with which He loved us. And you and I were all those people. That we didn't physically strike Him. We didn't curse Him to His face. We lived as enemies of the gospel before we were changed by His Spirit. I need you to understand, no one in the world, no other Christian outside of this church, or no Christian inside of this church has treated you the way Christ was treated by those whom He made. No one hated you like they hated Him. You have never been dishonored or slandered or reviled the way that He was. And even if you were made from the dust. When you were treated with reviling, at least it shouldn't be surprising or maybe even disappointing. Because we know we're sinners and we deserve it. But Jesus is the one who made the world. And His own creation didn't just not follow Him, they hated Him and became His enemies. And in spite of it, He loved them to the point of death on the cross. Church, remember the hope that you have in heaven. And because of that hope you have in heaven, you can self-sacrificially love the saints.